wa ankoto wa mesile me wa dua babo Loué
Sunday on the beat.
me ya music ne boy
Son Tweah, son Tweah.
me ya ankoto
Son Tweah,
mama ti ya music to
son Tweah.
so we wa
Son Tweah.
so ya goma so we wa se be to mama me le me nare ta ya komple point ya come no ble ya so we wa yes ya de ye lo de yes ya de kwa gara yi pwe me longa so mananza longa me ya playa bega more playa more king playa so we wa kwa ye tane kwa ye ah see so when woman jingo we one woman jingo gangwe we one woman ah DJ Bashege come see you right there so some we repeat mama my yeah that boy be utop me get go see what me boy nobody a me we boy yasu kwa brother mama easy bomenta mama mo load you musa kana log you papane atone tambwane so to wawo lu apwa na ya gozi to so we wa na ya me black one ka kun kan pase apare abua kan ya woman emenu la baba oh wakre siam maye kume ka plan maye trouble ka plan so maye ka dia ka plan ya wa plan dia gwone aloye inu wa yeza maye ka dia ka plan ne me da ya be so we wa siam
Son Tweah.
de ya kire oni o do me mama mira kado ele compoi wewe ahun
Tiens. Ah. Comme fait bon. Donc ouais bah y moi. Eh garia
so ya lo chambre pour
Y'a le champion. Bundoo, y'a le fana.
fait ya lo chambre pour
Y'a le champion.
bon fait ya lo chambre pour
Bundoo, y'a le fana. Y'a le champion.
ça va la gueule moi donc pas la gueule moi merci dia quoi la gueule moi so ya lo chambre pour
Y'a le champion. Bundoo, y'a le fana.
wa inja ga wa kande
Y'a le champion.
inja ke bloga gigi
Bundoo, y'a le fana.
ke bloga wa kande inja ke bloga zizi kande na maka si elate kisale merenga si elate na so ya le chambre pour so pa mama ça ne trouve pas la mama wa papa ya le frère donc ya le chambre pour
Bono. Ayakobo. Kanu klika. Wapan. Tabo sokale. Yenda. Freaking water. Stele jaw. Swe na maboka nungwa ya sa swe.
Watogbe yalo chambre kwana. Yalo chambre. Watogbe yalo fara. Papa yalo chambre kwana. Yalo chambre. Waliaka no se sale liaka para chambre kwana. Yalo chambre. Watogbe yalo fara. No se sale waliaka. Yalo chambre. Watogbe yalo fara. Watogbe yalo chambre kwana. Para chambre kwana.
Dego vida dano, quadrado ya que fica com cara igual.
Yeah, wanna yes I did one. I put in one for that. Don't I make I am so down.
Ja, 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 ja. Aga, usuyare. Nana, paya mai.
It's Mina Cartel record.
Comme même quand elle peut brûler. Pas que quand elle va mon socket, ou on pied. Et pas mon yake, ou on pied. Comme elle est payée, comme elle est payée, comme mes petits gars est payé. Et Calocadie, les faits ça mènent nous Calocadie. When you make a man like you come in a bed, what do you say? Eh, what do you say? Women are come here, what do you say? Come here, like you, but I pull a count of water. Shabu back on me, go get water. So I was a guy, what do you be? So, I put my way up, what do you be? Para o meu cano daí, como te carapia. Só da ganha que capuia, só da ganha que capuia. Quem sai é pé, lesa se é pé. Capuá quando vai cacarapia, cacarapia. Se é uma sacarapia,
Let me welcome all of you guys to the magnificent Abraka Talk Show here tonight. We are coming to you live from the Twin City. We don't have any copyright to this music that we are playing here tonight. I will encourage all of you guys, for you guys to be able to comment, share the show. So in order for us to be able to recognize all of our meaningful followers.
What's a good way? Because I don't come back, man won't face it. Oh, go with the one. Make your own man, go in the moon. Make a man at way out. Go to the salon, you see that way out. That's a one and make you see that way out. Hello, what I can do. Hello, Gadi. Yes, I get it. Hello, Gadi. There's a silly boy, hello, Gadi. I got one, they come more at way out. Hello, Gadi. See, what I do. Hello, Gadi. I'm not a part of one way. Oh, that's a good. Make I get up. There's a yellow way. Oh, there's a silly boy. Make a man way, yeah. Make a man way, yeah. On the roof, make a man way, yeah. That's a one and man, they put a bird. We get what I am. We face I am. Mamma face a man who make a rocket book. Ah, see, baby, we're gonna be ya. We were gonna be ya. We were gonna be ya. So, ni ma menu, tanu la ye. Abo tanu la ye. Abo panu menu, we tanu la ye. Panu le go bane, meti ya. Meti katia. Meti kuya.
Monsieur, to share the show. Keep your comment coming through, so we can be able to recognize all of you guys that are watching us as well. Flomo Livingstone, good evening, good afternoon.
On your post this morning concerning the Chief Justice and that of the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia in this juror tampering case. Please bring us up to speed. Why are you accusing the Vice President? These allegations, they are very huge, and also the Chief Justice. What's going on? Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Stanton, for having me. Thanks to the Liberian people. Hi to everybody out there. I think Isaac Doe was summarizing my case the best when he said, I'm the former finance minister. I have relationship with many people in the current government. I served for 6 years. I know all of them. And the vice president share with me mutual friends. I know everything. I do know that the Vice President has been putting the Chief Justice under extreme pressure. The Chief Justice.
Let me go around in order for me to bring the panelists on. Zizi, what news? Let me bring Francis. Francis, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm trying to be good.
Okay, just keep on trying. You'll be all right.
Yeah. We have so many cases. Since on our docket here this evening. What say you? What is on your mind?
It's been a while. Basically, I've not been on here. Just pursuing the American dream. But I know there has been a lot of trending news, especially in Liberia. And the latest one has to be with the issue of perpetual cocaine bust. And now followed by the issue of our auntie, Finda Bundoo, who have dramatically changed morphology-wise from the pictures that I saw. A lot of things going on. I am hearing again that Samuel Tweah case might likely be retried. So there are a lot of stuff going on. But basically, I look forward to having unique and engaged conversation tonight as we dive into the issues.
Thank you. My friend Zizi, what say you?
Yeah, AB.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, it's good to be back. We have a lot of training issues today in Liberia. The drug bust, Finda Bundoo going to Sub Beach, Samuel Tweah, retrial, jurors being sent to jail. It's a lot of things happening in Liberia, and for the right reasons. So it's good to be back and to dive into some of those issues that are unfolding in our country today.
Thank you. Well, for me, having the same thing on my mind, the issue of the drugs cartel being bust into, the issue of Samuel Tweah, the issue of anti-neural Finda Bundoo being sent to jail because of bond. So let's dive into the issue. Francis, let me come to you. Francis, what say to you about the juror tampering? Let me play the clip for you.
So welcome again, community. There is no way, no means, no reason. Something that Mark put this republic into a danger at time goes back because the jurors are in handcuff. The jurors are in handcuff. As you can see, then the first 2 years, these are civil servants. These are civil servants from different ministry and agency. As you can see them, these are civil servants. These are civil servants from different ministry and agency. So the bus is now moving. Let's see how best we can make our way So additional jurors. Okay. We see 2 other jurors coming. They are all in handcuffs. These people came to work according to our information, and they were called on by 2 o'clock to come for the release of the report, and now they are being taken to the Monrovia Central Prison. See another lady here covering her face. Okay.
People know and going to jail because I said that.
Okay, were you taken away? Are you sure? Okay. Were you taken away? Were you taken away? So we still got 2 to 3 others.
I'm still a very young person.
Yes. These are civil servants.
Are you satisfied with this, sir?
Are you satisfied with this?
Are you satisfied?
You guilty? Okay. So you listen.
She has been.
So you see the boss leaving. The boss is leaving the compound. The boss is leaving the compound.
What say you, Francis? For men and women, to be handcuffed and sent to prison. But not only that, the judge has said that the Ministry of Justice should be able to take full custody because they should not be free until they can be investigated. So that means that they will spend not only the 26, maybe probably the Christmas. What say you?
Maybe, our country has fundamental problem. Fundamental problem based on impunity. So this thing just started today. It started ever since. And this is the fundamental reasons why some of us.
You are not done. You are not done. Can you please adjust the camera a little bit?
Oh, my camera is not.
Okay.
It's better? Probably not. It's okay now?
Yeah. Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I was saying, right, our country has problem. And not just today. And until we can address those fundamental problems, it's just going to be a vicious cycle. And maybe our senior uncle is going back to those old clips when it comes to anti-corruption. Because corruption is not just about taking money to use it for yourself when it's not for you. Corruption could also be about misrepresentation. You were selected to say the truth and only the truth as a citizen of Liberia. And you say that people induce you, people influence you with money. And then you come up with different decisions. That's corruption right at that level. People in political power, instead of them using their power to benefit majority of the people, they use it to harm the people. Some of them, they use it against the people. So, thank God that we are going the way we are going now. But I think it's a good step. The fact that the government was able, through the court and through the Ministry of Justice, or maybe the court precisely, to investigate those who came up with the not verdict trial against or in favor of Samuel Tweah and his co-defendants on ground that they didn't do it just because they wanted to do it on the basis of their understanding of the law, but they did it because they were induced with cash. For me, they should face the full weight of the law. Hopefully, where we are now, we can start to showcase and bring the issue of impunity to bed. That everybody, regardless of your status in society, regardless of where you live, regardless of what kind of position you hold, when you sign up to do something and you do it the other way around, you should bear the full weight of your stewardship. I think the government should prosecute them. The next time, if they don't want to be juror, they don't have to be juror. But if you want to be juror or you are selected to be juror, you make sure you do your job on the basis of your own knowledge, on the basis that the argument between the two opposing parties and not to receive money from outsider beside your pay from the court and make a decision based on that chaos inducement. They should face the full weight of the law. But the other piece attached to this, based on our system, because people who are put on the bench, let's say the case of Tweah and his co-defendants, I don't know the implication of the law, but we are hearing they have to go for retrial. So the lawyers will take care of that, whether it can happen because the jury were tampered with, or the jurors, those who they die, they should be punished. I do not have sufficient idea about that. But we will all sit and watch and see it play out.
Thank you. Zize, what say you? Looking at men and women, they knew the magnitude of this case, but they went into the jury room with cell phones. Not only that, they were receiving numerous of calls. One of the code that they have, they're saying that I'm going to go brush my teeth. That means they are going to go receive call. What's it?
AB, today is a good day in Liberia. I wish that the government would use this situation to lay down a marker expediently. Let the jurors face the full weight of the law very expediently, very fast, so that the other cases that are going to court for corruption or whatever case are going to court for whatever reason, and you are selected to be a juror, you will understand that being a juror means, maybe I'm hearing some kind of sign in the stuff.
Yeah, okay.
A grinding sound.
Okay. Let us mute. Okay. Why?
Okay, like I was saying, if you are selected as a juror, you have your fiduciary duty is to be impartial and be nationalistic, to listen to oral arguments, listen to the evidence and the facts presented. You come up with your verdict. For far too long, the jury selection has been money-making thing in Liberia. Especially people be looking for high-profile cases because they feel that those cases will be lucrative because of the jury tampering that been going in Liberia. That's why you see in Liberia they got special people just in jury pool. No, in America here, when they don't know you from anywhere. When your name is selected, they send you letter to come and represent yourself as a jury. And when you go through the jury selection and you're selected, before you become a juror, but Liberia, they go civil service. So people just there, every case that they see in juror, so the jurors then know what kind of case not to go sit down for. But I don't want the government, I don't want the court to stop to just the jurors. Whoever or wherever the calls are coming from, those people need to be arrested. That's why I told you, I said corruption is in all facets of society in our country. And this was said, and this is not even a precedent because there's a precedent case on jury tampering. That case was sent for retrial. So that's why Adolf Johnson and Samuel talking about going to the Supreme Court is just a watch. They will go for retrial, and these jurors will learn the hard way. I hope that the justice ministry can indict them and get their case process speeded so they can get their 10, 15, 20 years. And then when anybody who want to be juror that here say what the juror that tampered with Samuel Tweah case, some of them 7, 10 years in prison, look, we'll start from there. Let it one be the starting point of fighting corruption. Not only on the high profile end, but even on the lower scale. You'll be held accountable by the law if you do not hold on to your oath you take as a juror, because before you become juror, you have to take oath to be fair and impartial. And in this case, they were not fair and they were impartial because they took money, listened to the case, saw all the merits to convict these people, went and selected a few people to convict, and then free people. So for me, I like what the court did, and I want to applaud the judge because it take a man in Liberia to take drastic decision that would set a marker for the society to come or the generation to come. So kudos to the judge.
But let us look at some of the things that the jurors were doing, saying that they're going to go brush their teeth. How many times in a day does a human being supposed to brush their teeth for?
But you saw being courtroom to go brush your teeth?
No, at the jury center.
Also, every family people are just brushing their teeth.
Yeah, every family, they're saying that, excuse me, I'm going to go brush my teeth. Excuse me.
They can't get to pay or free. That's the reason why. They are free to pay. So that's why you go brush your teeth 5 times a day. You know, when Liberia people are ready to do something, AB, they could get caught. They don't think, especially when there were other people in there that were not in favor of the whatever was happening in the jury pool room, because some people actually went over there to be fair and transparent and impartial, but other people went there with party mandate and sentiment towards individuals, and the oath that they took, they did not live by that oath. And today, all of them are in the same boat, because if I was a juror and I see people being tampered with, I was going to raise the issue even before we come to the verdict area. But whatever the case is, when the justice ministry get involved, each person will have their own case to talk for themselves. So if I was just there and I didn't receive no phone call, I was just there, and because of the majority are been sent to South Beach, when the justice ministry get hold of us, and I would say that I not receive no call from nobody, and the records from the court will show, because everybody that are receiving phone call, they know them. That's the thing.
But the judge did not just stop there. The judge said that the justice ministry should be able to check, for the justice ministry to be able to know who are those guys that have that number that was calling.
Thank you. The place justice ministry gotta go, because we gotta go to the bottom of things in Liberia. Because if they put the jurors in jail and forget about they put it out on the outside, influencing them through whatever court. So once they know, if they know that like AB are calling me, then AB phone law can be used to see who are calling AB. And you see it? So if AB are calling me as a juror, AB was receiving call the time he will call, because he will receive call from there before he call me. We will go by the caller, we'll see who all were calling AB, and how, and the time AB was calling me, the time AB was receiving call and calling me. So the justice ministry there's a plain case that they can just go get a phone call log ping.
They already got it.
Because I don't want to say they put knew that they were tampered with. So the phone number then there. So those who are calling now must get ready to be arrested. You know,
Francis,
we gotta start from somewhere.
Francis, do you have anything to say on this issue before we move to the next topic? No, you are muted.
I don't have problem with the government through the court holding these people accountable. I think we are getting somewhere. While we are trying high profile alleged criminals that looted our country, we can also hold accountable those who have been selected based on our system to listen to parties' argument, examine the facts and the evidence. They are not lawyers. That's not too bad. But I think we need to start working on preventing some of these things, because to fight corruption the way our system look like, it's so difficult to fight corruption. I think we are trying now a little bit. The fact that we are where we are because we never heard this before, it has been like normal thing when people are selected to even have a pool of jurors that the government will keep using. That it's a red flag. Like this is we're talking. The last time before I traveled to Liberia, I got selected to go to the court. It's a national responsibility and duty. Because I already have my trip on, I have to call the clerk of the court, the district court, and let them know that I was going. You know what they told me to do? I needed to answer the questionnaires and also write a letter explaining to the court why I cannot serve this time.
Yep.
Okay? But then other people take it to be money-making thing. While we are dragging the other people looter in court, we also need to hold accountable the people who are supposed to make decisions based on our judicial system. But overall, we have to recalibrate the foundations of our constitutional democracy by making sure to put policy in place, to put program in place, human resources, capacity building, and supporting the judiciary better than it is so that we can prevent some of these things. That way will be easier for us than always fighting, because it's not easy to fight.
Max, let me come to you before we go. What do you have to say about the jury tampering issues? When you're looking at 15 men and women were sent to prison today, what say you?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not used to this platform, so I can see I can't even see the person who spoke before me, but that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
I know I can't see the rest of the folks, but I can only see you. So I don't know how it even appear out there. I don't know how the people.
Okay.
But anyways, and let me just go directly to that. What I saw today in Liberia was a reawakening of consciences. It was something that I felt that there was a restoration, or there was a call to urgency for the fact that people who were civil servants work and being paid by taxpayer dollars, by the Liberian people, called for a dual function. You know, in America, everybody, you are entitled, you have to serve. They will send you the notice to serve, to go and serve, and you cannot decline a notice without giving a justifiable reason why you cannot go and serve in your jury service. It is an honor for you to serve your country in such capacity, to find people who will
think in their mind that they can go over there and circumvent the laws and undermine the existing reality of their own country. It is saddening. It was so disappointing to see jurors went over there and sat, and the judge continued to ask them, are you guys sure this report you guys are giving truly reflect the actual, the actual meaning of whatsoever the deliberation that was done in this court? They asked them more than 3, 4, 5 times, and they said yes. Just for them to go read those results, it go far beyond the ordinary man. Even man that was selling pepper in the market could not even believe that people who claim to be Jews will sit over there and listen to a man who say, oh yes, I authorized the withdrawal of this money. Oh yes, this man went to the counter and agreed that he picked up the money from the counter at the central bank, but he did not know what the money was used for. He did not know who they came to collect the money. And after listening to all of that, for jurors to sit down and compromise the interests of the country, these jurors become the modern day Jacobos. They undermine the existing reality of the people of Liberia, and they deserve nothing else but to go to prison. And thank God, in the wisdom of Judge Usman Feka, went deep to investigate, went beyond, for the first time in the history of the jurisprudence of our country, for jurors to be called back and be investigated after the term of court. This is a precedent case. We continue to say it. So is this going to send our signal to who be jurors that will come in the future to serve on such a sensitive case, to know that to put a country first over individual interests? This is not a political party fight. This is a fight for the existing reality of Liberia, because the money that was stolen from the country was money that was meant for so many recreational activity in the country, for so many developmental activity, for health care and other things that were lacking in the country. For somebody to go over there and Nicodemously and criminally embezzle that money and come and share chicken cheese on juror, and then they tamper with the law and they turn it around to favor an individual and his controller, and they throw the rest of the other people under the bus. We saw that as an affront, and we prayed the court to get back to investigate. And it was true. In fact, it was a divine ordinance of some other people who said, no, we cannot sit and carry this one to our grave. We have to come out and speak the truth. And then it was investigated, and today we have information that those jurors were tampered with. They have phones, they were messaging, they were sending out critical messages, soliciting funds and other things, so that they can able to track their particular thing and put it in favor of Camelia, finance minister. But AB, I give back to you.
Thank you.
AB, I just want to add this little note there. You know, when doing jury selection, because I've been part of a trial, doing jury selection, when they are selecting a jury, because they send for almost maybe 20, 30 persons to come, so they'll call AB. AB, what you know about this case? Have you read anything about this case? Do you know Samuel Tweah? Do you know this? Do you know that? If at any point you know anything about that case, or you know the person who is in that case, it's your duty to say, Judge, I want to be excused. They will take you from the selection. But if you went through all of that and you took oath that you know none of these people, or you didn't hear anything about this case, you put your hand up, you swear on the Bible that you'll be fair and impartial, but then you go start talking about you want to brush your teeth, and somebody talking to you about come and send 5,000 to your people, you say the men are guilty, let the people go to jail.
But yes, though, this is what that confused me. I think many of you guys yet know Tanapoli. the late representative Tanapoli. Tanapoli daughter.
Abi, I'm not cutting you off. Let me just inject in there real quick. Thank you for bringing that. That girl, that lady, I don't even want to call her girl, even though her attitude showed that she's a girl. But she's a woman who decided to combust the political legacy of her father because of some personal affiliation with Samuel Tweah, because she wanted to buy favor. Yeah, want to buy favor from the CDC because she contested and she was defeated.
Yeah,
and she wants to run on the CDC ticket. She want to retain and run the CDC ticket. And after knowing fully well what the CDC did to her father, and she came back here and and did this. This is a shame on her and her family. But she going to serve the time. And I pray that a court remand her in that prison for a very extended period of time. I agree back
to you. That's the thing I was talking. You are aligned with the CDC. So you can't tell me that you don't know Samuel Tweah. So you are supposed to be, you are so excuse yourself on that case.
Not only allow me with Samuel Tweah.
You ran on the party ticket.
Exactly.
So it means that you knew what was going on in that case. You were supposed to recuse yourself, but then she went and became the ring leader. That one in at least talking about 20 or 25 years. She would not see daylight. That gray hair, when she comes, that gray hair be all on her.
All right. Let's move forward.
Hello, folks. Pleasant good afternoon, wherever it is you're watching us from. We just right before any moment from now, the sheriffs will take Madam Bundoo into custody. She is signing exclusive Spoon Network. It's exclusively here. Madam Bundoo just signed. As you can see, she is signing as well. So Madam Finda Bundoo came here and surrendered herself. Now the sheriffs of the court here, after the judge Usman Fakai of Criminal Court C ordered that she be arrested after the bond was declared defective. So wherever it is you're watching us from, this is happening live. Finda Bundoo, any moment from now, will be committed to the bellies of the Monrovia Central Prison. She came here on her own. Her lawyer then followed, and now she's moving. Folks, Finda Bundoo is now making her way, smiling. As you can see, she's smiling, making her way into the Monrovia Central Prison. Judge Usman Fakai ordered that she be arrested immediately. She's flanked by D. Maxwell Sarkemeya, Kai Fale, former superintendent of Grand Jida County, her lawyer, and she is wearing all white. They are knocking on the gate of the Monrovia Central Prison. The sheriffs are here, and they are about to take her. The gate is about to be opened. Her lawyer did say they're working on a new bond, but Finda Bundoo, as you can see, is now being taken. Once these gates are opened, she will be taken into the Monrovia Central Prison on locals. So that the gate has been opened, and Madam Bundoo makes her way in to the Monrovia Central Prison. There you have it, folks. Finda Bundoo is in. Her lawyer is trying to make his way in. There you have Madam Finda Bundoo. So she's currently in the Monrovia Central Prison. She is no longer a free person as of now until a new bond can be filed and approved by the court. So there the sheriff is taking her, and Finda Bundoo moves in with her lawyer. Even the former foreign affairs minister is not allowed. So folks, there you have it. Finda Bundoo has been taken into custody. She surrendered herself to the court, and she is now there with her lawyer, Kai Fale, who accompanied her, along with former foreign affairs minister, Ambassador D. Maxwell Sarkemeya, going back. The notable absentees, we don't see the prayer warriors, we don't see a lot of supporters. She came here when we got the tape, and we ran here immediately. We met her, she spoke to us briefly. Maxwell Kemeya is now speaking as well. He's gotten into his vehicle, and they are leaving. So Nora Finabondo is now in.
What say you, Zizi? Finabono is gone. It's gone because the lady could not be able to provide $8 million bond. The first bond that she brought, the bond was denied. The second bond, the judge said that bond had been used in a lot of cases. So that bond, no way. The third bond, no way. The third bond did not meet the criteria of the $8 million bond. So now, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission have to go to prosecute the case and say that
no, the Arab.
And Arab have to go for them to be able to ask, look, the first one was not successful, the second one was not successful, the third one was not successful. So I think the woman deserved an arrest. And she was not on a court ground today. So the judge effectively requested for her arrest. Now she turned herself in, she drove to South Beach. She went there, she called. Her lawyer came, then her lawyer was able to call for the sheriff to bring the mom, to bring the arrest. What say you?
You know, that man who giving bond like Pepper McKinney to every case, he need to be arrested. Yeah, because he gave me plenty tattoo with the justice system like that. But maybe I have two sides of this Finabono story. You remember when JMB said things are going to happen that now happened before.
Mm-hmm.
We see Finabono today going to Monrovia Central Prison. Can you imagine just 6 years ago the exuberance, the proximity of the executive power resting in people that Finabono's hands? But today, justice is taking its course. This is to tell you that Liberia is on a new trajectory. There will be no stone left unturned. I feel sorry for her in another way, not because I don't want her to go to jail, but this is Finabono, that when she appeared anywhere, she was surrounded by seditions. Hierarchies of seditions needed to talk to Finabono because she had a key to the president's door. There is a Finabono today that the CDC cannot even afford to get a bond for.
I'm telling you.
There's a Finabono that you cannot see the people like Akara's Gray, the Janga Ko, the Moba Molu, all of the different CDC hierarchy. Natana Magale. These are people that knew the name Finabono, but today Finabono now is in solitary confinement, lonely, in a lonely place by herself, very depressed. Fina then did not know that they were being used as the pawn on a chessboard, AB. The people made you to believe that Liberia was going to be the same. They think we'll eat our own, move on that. They all put a candle, will go eat their own. But they did not know that there was an old man who has sat down and studied the culture of Liberia and knew Liberia's problem and knew that if corruption is not tackled, the next generation will come and meet a broken society. Today, Finabono is lonely, very heartbroken, and she cannot imagine herself. There is somebody, maybe, not only her daughter flaunted wealth, but Fina live in mansions, build mansions. And today, she walk like a ordinary Liberian facing her charges head on. Whatever the case is, I wish her good luck. But this to tell other people that you have to be mindful when you're in government. That the power you have today may not be with you tomorrow. And when the forces come, those people who are hailing you, all hail, will leave from behind you, and maybe you'll walk like Finda, looking around and seeing nobody. I'll leave it with you at that.
Okay. Let me come to you, Brother Francis. You know, I strongly believe, but what say you? Finda went to her father's funeral. The CDC chairperson was there. The CDC finance minister was there. At the time that her case started, the Focal Clan church women, they came to sympathize with her. In fact, some of them had to believe that on that day, that it was through their prayer that the judge Feka decided to postpone it. But now she had turned herself in because she was afraid of that disgrace. Because when the sheriff then go for you, you'll be hung on. What say you?
You talking to me?
No,
Okay, no, he's talking to me.
I'm talking to
Yeah, it be like, let me just pick it back from where does it stop, right? Accountability is showing a little bit now. And hopefully we should not slip.
A
little bit now.
Okay.
That's part of the reason we brought a 79-year-old man to be the head of that country. Somebody who had the opportunity to serve as number 2 person for 12 years and had another opportunity to run for election, did not win, and sat and watched them play the game of looting for 6 years. That's why we pour in that. Okay? On the human side, I really felt sorry for her today, but on the other side, I do not feel sorry for her.
Why?
For folks that
your own lover sister.
That my own auntie, but I not feel sorry for her. Maybe you remember the clip that we play on Liberia today multiple times about Marvin earlier, death in Nimba County, where they open fire on our man, 6 bullets, and a woman got to run away with the small children. That woman and Finda Bundoo come from Foya district. They are kissing people and slaughter the woman's husband for Tweah business in Nimba County. The late Prince Johnson spoke about that. My brother, we gotta go back to the fundamental reasons why government was formed. Modern political philosophers say society is nasty. It is necessary for us to create a balance between the weak and the strong. That institution called government cannot be a looting government like we have observed perpetually in our country, in our lifetime. People go to public service to steal because there has been no accountability for their stewardship. Finda Bundoo did not even have the semblance of thinking that this day could come. And that's why on Facebook now, people are bringing all those pictures, including the one she and Kalasko were dancing in the CDC campaign song. I am just hoping and praying that she should not commit suicide. Because when you look at Finda Bundoo, physical morphology today and compare it with the recent, when they were leaving power, even during the transition, it's so significantly different.
The Lord help you, Francis.
This woman appeared earlier today, like somebody who just came from Foya. She became so speechless. Okay? That's a sense of guilt. These people looted the Liberian people resources with no regret, with no thinking anyhow, and slaughter people over it. Auditors got killed because they got a book. So the whole reason for those mysterious deaths of auditors was to destroy evidence. But today, it's catching up with them one by one. All we gotta say, this other money, this July, I mean, let's start with June, May, June, July, and not too bad. And not too bad. Rescue mother now need to be rescued. And from all indication, there is no way to even cite the rescuer. Because if bond number 1 fail, bond number 2 fail, bond number 3 fail, then it means you're going to be in there while your case trial is ongoing. I just hope and pray that she should not commit suicide. Because that Finda Bundoo I saw earlier today, it appeared as somebody who have already lost hope. She said, all glory be to God. You didn't know glory could be to God except today? Huh? You didn't know that? How can the people read the Bible upside down? They be reading the Bible and say, don't do what I do, do what I say. The Bible said it clearly, said nothing go unpunished. And every forgiveness is predicated upon repentance. That's what the Bible said. That's what the Bible said, that's not me. And whatever you sow, so shall you reap.
Exactly.
So you're going to bring prayer warriors to come pray for you for looting the Liberian people resources. Some people got you caught. They get missing. And your boss man said they were having men and women being in the car. You didn't know today were coming. Today I will say, Joseph Boga, thank you in the meantime. Okay. But they want got to continue. Their country got to be rescued.
Okay.
This country got to be rescued. We got to separate the sheep from the goats. And if you're thinking about the next campaign, you will not do it. You will not be able to do it. All right? The way American people can say, hey, let the motherfucker then go to jail. They deserve jail. They deserve it. Let them go in there. Let the ordinary people be free. These people that stop. Maybe we're taking 10, 15 years to build one structure in Liberia. These people kind of government, they take 3, 4 more, they build it. You can't even see the house under the fence. From everybody, that other deputy minister of finance doing Tweah, the guy who lives on the old road there, they need to drag that guy too. That's a more guy. That's a more guy need to go to court.
Thank you.
I send it back to you.
Mas, love come to you. You know, what say you when Finda Bundoo, when she was asked today, and then she said, glory be to God. She said, glory be to God. She said, I don't want to say nothing, but glory be to the Almighty God. Wait a minute. Did Finda did not know that glory be to God ever said? What say you?
Well, that glory be to God that was said by Finda could be taken in too many forms. It could be that Finda has finally known that she's been arrested. You know, when Paul was on his way to Damascus to prosecute, he was Saul. His name was Saul. When he was on his way to Damascus to prosecute some Christians, and he was arrested, and his name changed from Saul to Paul. He knew fully well that there was something new that have taken place. Finda, few minutes ago, was the same one that was dancing buka with thousands of seditious, many of them who were very, very dispossessed economically. Many of them were subjected to chronic malnutrition and abject poverty, but they were there hailing her. She was dancing on the stage. It was the same Finda who were wearing all the different color of beads and the different color of synagogues with leopard suit. She was the one who was dictating the pace at which the door of the president can open or closes. She's the one who was ensuring that the water that entered the president's office, enter the domain of the president, is safe for him. She tells who sees the president or who the president doesn't want to see. She was the same one who kept the late former representative sitting over there for hours. And later came back and told him the president don't want to see him. You should come back another time. The late Solomon Josh.
Yeah.
So, Finda saying glory be to God could be seen as she knew that she had accepted her grievous fault. And that's why Caesar said, and grievously have they answered it. So Finda is going through that grief right now. Listen, I don't empathize with Finda on any front.
If you say you are from Lofa too?
Who from Lofa? I'm not from Lofa.
Oh yeah,
but I respect.
Yeah.
I respect the people of Lofa. And the commonality that I share with the Lofian is the fact that we are deeply rooted in tradition.
Okay.
So, for that reason, I respect the people of Lofa. Listen, Finda, everybody thought that Finda would have been a different person. Because from the humble beginning she came from. Imagine people always saying, oh, Finda was a cobble setter in Grand Gile. From a humble beginning. But guess what? That particular statement was contradicted by her own daughter. Her daughter said on TikTok Live that she came from an affluent family. Her father was well put together. It's almost that these people, it's almost that Judge Tweah, who one minute he came from a poor background, and another minute his father was a rich man who had everything. So when you see the sedition story, they're always correlating. There's just one trait. In that trait is that they are very insincere. You can never take a snake for a pet. So all that crocodile thing you see that Finda was doing, I don't even believe inside for 1 minute. And the reason why you saw Finda already ran to surrender to the central prison because she know that she never wanted to face the humiliation of being surrounded in her community and being handcuffed and put in a truck and taken to the central prison. So she can make it easier for herself. She knew for that all the bond that she submitted was defective. What the former superintendent girl, Kafare, who have manipulated the entire, her bond is all over the place. All the small MySQL code, Kafare carry her bond all over there. So how much is a Kafare bond that can go depend on? And now the judge got pissed off, and that's the reason why we need 10 of per cartel. He got pissed off that Finda continue to circumvent the law. You know, every time they go challenge the bond, they will bring something up to delay her arrest. They will give another 72 hours. So the judge got pissed off. You cannot keep dragging us, and we already know the amount of money that is involved in the particular case with the evidence, everything submitted before the judge. So the prosecution already told the judge, we know exactly how much is involved here. So if we cannot give a bond, our suit or meet all of the legal requirements, we're not going to be coming back and forth to be challenging bond. And the people in the defense counsel already know exactly what they are on. So they are playing game with the code, and they want to undermine the existing reality of this code. So you have to set the standard. Let's go according to the law. And that $8 million bond is if it is testament to the amount of money that Finda Bundoo invested. It's a minute portion. Listen, the money that Anita group of company took in remuneration for services that they did not even provide, they were asking the Liberian government. In fact, they were still requesting the Liberian government, there's some money. It was in a waste. Thank God President Baka was so smart enough. He allowed the Auditor General to go and audit that whole area. Say, go audit that area. Let's see what happening. And then when the audit result came up, people who said the government owe you, and they tell you, they say, you come for your money, you bring your evidence, bring your proof that the government owe you. And that group of companies who were crying before say, the government owe our money. Then they tell you, they say, you bring your evidence now. They reconcile to no show what you did for the government and how the government owe you. Let's reconcile. And that can come. Finda Bundoo can come. And we discovered that millions of dollars were taken. She escaped, she go hard. But the government, as soon as the government said, we're going to put Interpol now to bring you here by force, she ran, she came back to the country. But you see what happening now? That $8 million, they'll raise that money. They'll raise that money. If they raise that money, she'll be over there.
How will they raise that money?
Finna get property. You know the government have the power to confiscate some of our property and all of the other how they call them. They'll put everything together. If it cannot reach to the amount of money, she'll remain over there. Now the family will go raise that money. The family will raise the money. They know exactly where the money are. They know where the money are. Okay. They know where the money are. Who told you the people don't know where the money are? They know where the money are. The government will squeeze them all and they will bring some of the money. Look, it's not even possible in criminal investigation for them to recover all the money, and that's not the target of the prosecution. The prosecution already established that money was stolen, and that's the reason why sedition cannot accept the fact that Samuel Tweah accepted the position of the government that money was taken from the Liberian people. Samuel Tweah agreed, and he said it. But I don't know what happened to the road people. They don't hear, they don't understand, and something get happening up there. That the man agree, and he just say, the government lying on the man. But the man came back, the man say, I agree. I don't want to tell the people to take the money. But it was used for national security purpose. Then they say, okay, the government say it's a national security purpose, and those people who were part of the National Security Council, they are still alive. None of them died. They say, yeah, bring them here. The court brought them before they see mayor. The people said that right before vis-a-vis I will open the and tell you, say, we don't see the money, we don't know about the money, and there was no national security situation that we know of. We did not know where the money go, and you still sit down there. Then you tell us, say, the government looking for a way to get Samuel Tweah for what?
All right. Brothers, any one of you guys want to touch on this topic
before we leave Finda, you asked a question, a very genuine question. Where are the prayer warriors? Where was the CDC chairman? Where was the CDC finance minister? You know, when Finda said, glory be to God, like my brother rightfully said, it could be taken a lot of ways. And I want to take it this way. Glory be to God that at least I'm going to be somewhere secluded where my life is in the hands of the government. Because just a few days ago, Finda decided to bite on the poisonous chalice in the presence of Judge Tweah. From the day Finda made her speech at her father's funeral, all of the CDC hierarchy that still take Judge Tweah to be their political leader or to be their god, they had nothing to do with Finda. Because if you try to identify with Finda Bundoo, you are going against the god of CDC. That's why you see that lady is in a lonely place. Glory be to God. At least my life is in the hands of the government. Because if you're not being outside, anything can happen. Because I told you yesterday, I said, this woman can be used as a state witness to reduce her sentence or to reduce her crime. If she chooses to be a cooperating witness, she can have some leeway. And who else you want to be on a stand as a state witness? But another thing is, AB, I don't know the level of education that Finda has.
No, she is not. She is not.
But when I told you that she was a pawn on a chessboard, how Finda Bundoo knew about domestic debt, that she went and funded a company, that she doing work for the government, in actuality she's not doing it, but they're funneling the money through that company. Lack of knowledge, my people perish. Especially when there was no precedent set that people who are sitting in government, you got editorial and state passing, you got Edwin Snowden and state passing, Vanish Sherman that were accused of corruption, Amara Conan, and all of these people, nothing happened to them. The government, their government left, the next government came, nothing happened to them. So Finna then they not have it in their mind, or they not have a clue that they particular situation that she in right now. That's why you saw the people were just flaunting, stealing at will, and today, there's a new sheriff in town. And the iron is just going to get hotter and hotter as we go along. So,
thank you.
Finna, I wish you well.
Thank you. Brother Francis, you want to say anything?
The bond.
Okay.
You know, the bond system from our criminal justice system, even here in America, for example, it's not just that you can just go grab it and go carry it to the court. And that's what I'm going to give in a hard time. AB, for example, even if in that want to pawn her business, that business got to worth based on LRA assessment.
Exactly.
And you've been paying taxes. For example, God forbid, if I say I give you my house as a bond for Finda, it means my house got to worth probably 8.5 million or 9 million. And that value of my house got to be established by LRA, and I've been paying taxes on that house based on that value. That's the only way the court will accept it. You can't just go grab on an insurance company just because they get me, then you carry it to the court. That insurance company got to have the value of the bond legally. There's a legal threshold on it. So that's why probably to add to what Mark said, and what does it say? Let glory be to God, all glory belongs to God, all praises belong to God. Probably
You know
it
what,
got
Jared?
so many implications. Because I'm not going to get this thing yet. Thank God I'm on the side. Before I say outside, sedition, do my business.
I tell you.
Okay? Because this is not their first time, not second, but third time, and Finda voluntarily went to South Beach to wait for her lawyer. That's a sign of guilt. But their repentance point is kind of so late. It's very late. So, the best thing that Finda can do, she need to start having negotiation with the government. So I can't make it. You just let me just surround her, and you take care of whatever you got to take care. That's how I see it. Because let glory be to God, whether they're all glories or whether they're so glories, it's not going to help it because the prayer warriors are not coming there. If they couldn't even allow Maxwell Kimberly to go in there, They could not even allow the former superintendent to go in there. Only her lawyer, and the lawyer told now her schedule like they say, have a nice night. That's it.
But if you want Mazda Kimaya going, who will go in now?
Natana Mage. Natana Mage will help you.
They are not doing feeling now, man. Glory be to God. God.
They put to bar.
Everybody out, everybody out. Hello, hello. Out. Get out, please. Please. Let's get out, please. Please get out. Out. Let's go. Be attention.
What say you, bro Max? What say you when the security team burst into the cartel today and they were able to discover a huge quantity of cocaine or drugs, if I may say? What say you?
Listen, it's unfortunate that many people in Liberia, most especially people with little understanding, don't know more about what they call a cartel. If the United States of America, with all of its sophistication, still struggle with all of the intelligence they get from both geospatial or working on satellite, whatsoever intelligence they got, but there is still influx of various type of drugs still entering these United States. With all of the bombing of submarines and drug boat, quote unquote drug boat, everything, those guys still have alternative networks that they are shaping through. So what more about Liberia with a porous border with little sophistication? You think to break the network of just cartel, you think it's easy? So you see the National Security Agency working that socks off, getting intelligence from their partners, getting tipped off, and then breaking down the cartel. And all you can see from opposition figure in a country, people who you expect to even get sense, they coming out to label it. People brave to even call the country a narco state. You know what a narco state is? Liberia hasn't reached that level. As soon as Liberia reached that level, the United States itself will name Liberia as a narco state. Liberia hasn't reached that. We don't even have the technology to reach that, because those guys are so powerful that they will infiltrate even the military. They will have their own standing army. They will have armies that are loyal to them. They will have territory that some government owned military official were not able to go. But today you have those guys there, and thank God now we know, because this was why opposition were thinking that this free port, because they were doing targeted stuff, they were attacking the free port and the airport, thinking that this was exactly where the drugs came from. No, it has been established from reliable sources that Sierra Leone border is the main entry point of the drugs. It has been established. You can travel that particular drug. It's not easy to even come of it. Because don't forget that the APN terminal is an American owned as well. They have their own technology over there to know. They too are communicating with their own intelligence group. They are not only there to do that shipping thing they do over there. They are also there to collect information. So they get that information wing over there. So why they can communicate directly with the U.S. embassy, and the U.S. embassy will communicate with authority. So they don't just guys and no food where they can use those two areas, but they can manipulate. You see how they were able to transform the 19 million into a cube form to get it shipped out of the country. In fact, Liberia was not. Let me get a thing straight. Before I go out, before I learn on this one, these drugs that enter the country was not meant for Liberian markets. Now dirty stuff you guys are smoking in Liberia over there, these are substandard. They are not something that not many people in Liberia get money for real cocaine, especially the grade of cocaine that has been busted. But we also that they said the first batch was sent to the UK, and in fact, for the busting, from what they got today, all of those parcels were designated for different countries, European countries, Asia, and other part of the world. It was not for Liberia. So you'll be beyond the Nigerian guys who will be giving you the tramadol, mixing it all with all kind of stupid things. You'll be smoking that one in a bro. You'll be kidding yourself with that one.
Okay.
And that's the reason why DEA run beyond those little boys there. But a particular boss, I want to commend the NSA and all the other security apparatus that really put hands together to get this. You know what it means for this to leave our country and reach in another country and they trace it back to our country? You know what it means for the image of our country? I want to give it out to the security agency, man. I want to give it out.
Okay. Thank you. Brothers, let me play you this clip. So.
What do you mean? Why is the quantity of the drugs arrested?
The Attorney General Republic of Bro to go.
So is there any further update you want to give us, Mr. Haji?
No, nothing at this point in time. Absolutely nothing.
We don't know that nationality. We can't get the nationality. Where they from?
So, when do we expect? I know you're one of the people. Why are you most smart? I tell you, I see the Attorney General told you. Just stay asking me questions back and forth.
You have been leading this investigation since. Folks are
the drugs cartel was bossed into. In fact, some of the reliable sources that we have, they are telling us that drugs was manufactured in Liberia. They brought all of that equipment. If you saw that drugs and where it was being sold, that definitely tell you that the drugs was made in our country. What say you?
I don't agree with that assumption. I'll tell you why. First of all, I want to say thank you that Liberia is on a good footing with the U.S. intelligence. If you look at the way those drugs were wrapped, they were wrapped to be waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
They were wrapped in plastic bags. Not one time, not two times. Those drugs were brought from the sea, inland. That huge quantity of drugs is not something that can pass through the border in car. Those guys brought those drugs and drop ship it on some kind of beach area, and you saw the van that they arrested. The van is all tinted. That van is tinted, and they started holding that drugs in that van into that compound. And one thing I learned, they say the compound is right behind Nathaniel McGill house. How does he not know? There's a same man that was yelling about the 19 million drugs. And there's a drug hub right behind his house. And he's sitting and acting like he's innocent and we're accusing people in the government. Look at the two suspects. When the National Security Council or the National Security when the Joint Security said that the 19 million drugs is a transshipment or continental investigation, they say, oh, they just want to shoot people. One person from Colombia, one person from Spain. That's to tell you that these guys are deeply rooted in Liberia. Why? Because when we were growing up as kids, we didn't see stuff like this. Liberia started to experience the drug problem when George Weah became president. Do you know where Usman Bamba is today, AB? People like Usman Bamba then had a diplomatic passport for Liberia. Drug cartels had Liberian diplomatic passport. That's why you see that whole passport saga that came out. It was not only because of Andrew Wamplo. The U.S. government saw that drug cartel members, terrorists, were using Liberian diplomatic passport. And now this government is left with the duty and function to clean this mess. And I'm glad that the president have labeled this drug issue a national security issue, and the LDA, for once at least, Sam Biago took the ORC job. They have been boss after boss after boss. If you come were there, they were fighting among themselves. They were trying to cover over other people there. But since Biago became ORC, he might get his own problem. Drugs are leaving our streets.
According to a reliable source, they are saying that street is named after Nathaniel McGill.
But I know the place in VOA there. McGill road, what was being, he built that road right past his house and stopped. That's what they were doing. They said they were being road. You go to Abochie house, Abochie build a concrete road, right to his house and stop. You go to former Speaker Baba Chima house, everywhere they say the build road. The road start right in front of the house. So Nathaniel McGill, that road that passing from his house is named after him. But they play the boss at the door today was behind your AB. Tell me how Nathaniel McGill did not see the drug people then behind his house, and he did not alert security about people being behind his house. He's suspecting unknown cars just coming in with goods and services in a particular fence. So the government now need to know who that property belongs to, because they are said to have to be investigated, because they knew who they are renting their compound to. There's a lot that we don't know, but thank God for the NSA, the national security people, and the joint security, as well as the U.S. intelligence that's helping us, because we have a president who is not going to tolerate the nonsense of having Liberia to be a transit point to supply drugs all over the world. That's the only reason. If you look at some of the pictures, the way that thing is wrapped, that will not mean Liberia. I can tell you for a fact, the way it was wrapped, not only the pallet though, but the whole thing, you could see it was wrapped in plastic, because that thing can be put on water, it can be put in kino, it can be put on speedboat, to bring it and dash it on the beach. And to know where, look, if you go along the coastline, they'll find somewhere where these guys been doing a drop shipment. You remember one time, one ship drifted up the Atlantic and landed somewhere in the southeast? You remember that time, right? During Tweah time? So I'm telling you, these guys are very sophisticated. That's why you see a Colombian, so you must know that drugs Colombian man. That drugs may come from Colombia or somewhere from South America. You think say it come from Nigeria. That Colombian man, yes, Spanish man, yeah. What Spanish man, Colombian man got to do with drugs being in Liberia? That's to tell you that these guys are well planted in Liberia, well organized, and some big hands, whether in the former government or this government, whoever hand is caught in the cookie jar, let it be caught. Because we need our country now to have any kind of the people talk about narco state. I just laugh at that thing. We don't want drug transiting in Liberia to be exported to other places. So kudos to the government, and we'll hear more from the justice minister when he come and brief the nation on the drug wars that happen today. AB, that's not a serious thing. Is look, they're not small thing. Whatever, AB. The guys that are holding that drug said they got tired. Can you imagine? Yeah.
Now come to you, brother Francis. Francis, what do you make of do you think the government we can be able to relax, we can be able to sleep, and be able to think that JMB government is doing extremely well in a fight against drugs? Do you think so?
Can't sleep.
Yo.
Drugs money all over the world is the biggest money, very fast. It's so big. And not just the drugs. When the people doing drugs, they get weapon here.
Yep.
If it become an obstacle, they can kill you. So we can't sleep.
But it's all the man pistol.
It is about time that the government get more aggressive. In recent time, everybody that have been sent to that DEA or DEA come from the police. It is about time we invest money, more money into LDEA to have that institution on its own better than it is, so that they can have more teeth to bite. Biago and I went to school together.
Oh, Biago?
Yeah, he been in the police for a while. But being in the police and being a drug enforcement officer, that's a two different things.
Yep.
I know they're trying though, but we need to invest money into LDA to make them combative. If possible, we might have to change the law to make it a little more aggressive. Because from all indication, all these drugs, cocaine, coach, the other one beside marijuana or weed, commonly called weed, we are not growing anything in Liberia. It's coming from somewhere. And recent time we heard that our neighbor, they're living on it. I mean, surely. Because before the 19.5 million that show up, there was a Fuller man that got arrested with over 2 million US drugs money. With few, I think some Prenadol, Wattindol, whatsoever, I don't remember some of the names. Okay? We don't know what happened to the money. We don't know what happened to the Fuller man. We don't know what happened to the drugs that he entered with through water side. So now that we have been able as a government, as a people, to establish where the drugs coming from, and they're trying to use Liberia as a transit point to send it to other parts of the world. Maybe, you know what would have happened to us, especially those of us that are abroad, if this guy has succeeded to place that 19.5 or 0.2 million cocaine on Brussels, and that thing get to London and they trace to Liberia, you know what would have happened to her? The first thing Brussels not going to Liberia.
No.
Okay? So it's not an ordinary thing. This is not time for all to go to bed and sleep. No. We gotta be aggressive. So these people do not have space in our country. And anybody that the government can trace, they should not look. If they are not Liberians, we need to do everything humanly possible for them to leave the scene day. For them to leave the scene day, we cannot do it like Sierra Leone, where, according to media report, this drug dealer have a relationship with the presidency and even have a baby there. No, we cannot allow that. We have to step on it, and we got to step on it really hard so that they can find space in our country. Because we already do not have much opportunity. Okay? Our young people are standing falling to sleep. Okay? And not only that they're falling to sleep, even though they're taking the drugs in, they are born babies, and the babies are taking drugs too. Then, a few years from now, moving forward, we're going to have so many Zogos. In economy, we call it vicious cycle of poverty. The people poor already. Now they're living on drugs, and the drugs dealers too, and the people that are consuming it, they are born babies, so we multiplying. So we need to wake up.
Thank you.
What I did today, yesterday, it's not bad. But we need to do a little more investment and give LTEA the teeth to bite. Not just always, and in addition to that, AB, the president got to let go the officer in charge. The president needs to let it go. We need to get a proper director general of LDEA, a clerical administration in place with a real mandate to do their job, and the government needs to support them to do their job. Because they think the people started, and not today they started. They've been shaping. But they just start getting to be caught now. Because we the Liberian people too, we're not just sitting now. You know what they call it? We are watching. If you see something, say something. And that's why they are getting caught.
Thank you. Now going on to the phone line.
Maybe before you go to the phone, let me just say this. You see the same way the jury tampering happened and these 15 jurors found themselves in South Beach. That 19 million drug case, if I were the justice minister, that whole cargo era, everybody that was on shift, on video, looking at that drug, everybody acting like they don't know what was going on, but everybody knew. Look, by this time, all of them on arrest, waiting for processing to go to court. Because they see common people that can be crying with the government name. They are the same people that were to that cargo place, seeing those things that coming and passing through. Whether it was during Joshua time, oh man, I take my two man. They say you know how Labrador man looking when they found something like later they eating. Man, they say they say the issue will be on the way. Oh man, I'll try to be there. So everybody knew the time that they will be bringing that thing. They get a certain people then to be on safe that time. So even the common men are helping themselves because like Francis said, how the baby will not smoke drugs. You smoke drug the born the baby. They join the baby system. So the whole habit will kicking. So that what happening? Anybody that is related to any kind of drug situation, my brother, whether he's selling weed or he's selling on the market or when they collect you, drug is non-beatable. You put it inside. Now, no other nonsense will stop. Okay. Because you got Spanish men and Colombian men in our country, who know what other men are. You man, play for a Mexican man again, like bro. He knows it, not joke.
Keep the call coming on 215-266-6509. Once more, 266 6509. Once more, 215 266 6509. That is the number to call. But to me, we should be able to give the joint security a pat on their back.
Oh yeah.
Because where the drugs, you know, that is the reason that I continue to say that let us give those guys a chance for them to be able to investigate. None of us know how the guy managed to get seize of that information. The drugs dealer, then they were living among people. It is now that I'm getting to understand that Nathaniel follow my gate. It is behind his house.
You know, so like I one day say, you know, so you are blind. They maintain the blind man now. That van passing in front of her every day. He not care to know we're gonna as a government office, as a senator. He not even said no that he own a security at risk. That van passing in front of her every day, up and down, up and down. You not get no inclination to call the security people there. That man need to explain. That's why they can be doing calling people from the executive to go there. That time to call yourself now and explain. You know, let you explain yourself. And that whole neighborhood cells will be swept. The joint security was so sweep that whole community. After the boss are gonna draw there, they also sweep that whole community. Now I like about Morocco, my man. They lie that whole place down, brother. You're not leaving, you're not coming.
All right.
If Donald Trump can go to Venezuela and grab the president for Trump, the name or no.
But Lord can to our parting statement.
Nobody called him?
Yeah, no caller. Love go to you, Brother Francis.
All right, I think we had a good conversation tonight. We just hope and pray that the recent engagement by the government of Liberia under our senior uncle, Ome Boakai, campaign promises, anti-corruption is showing face. It kind of slow, but it's showing face. And the issue of drugs, we should not take it lightly. We need to invest a little more into LDE so that they can have the necessary tools, the necessary capacity building, and the necessary skill set to be able to do better than they are doing. What I did yesterday, we must commend them. That is good. We cannot afford for our country, Liberia, to be a transit point to ship illicit drugs to the rest part of the world. We cannot afford to do that. On the issue of anti-corruption, people need to be accountable. The issue of impunity has to end. Public service is not where people are supposed to get rich at the detriment of the ordinary people. If you got an opportunity to be elected as representative, senator, or maybe to be appointed by the president, go and serve well. We're not asking you to be perfect, but do your job better and think about tomorrow so that you cannot regret when that tomorrow show up. Because everything we do, we the human beings, whether you believe in God or not, there is a tomorrow. And depending on how you stare your own responsibility when you are in public office, you will either be our auntie, Finda Bundoo, or maybe you will be on the other side. Okay? If you don't want to be like our auntie, Finda Bundoo, then if you are in government right now, in public office, you better do it better because tomorrow is coming. Abi, thank you for the show.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sister, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, Brother Francis, thank you for the conversation. It was good. Maybe what I can say is I don't know at which time period in our country's history that young people just fell in love with drugs. Because I know when I was growing up in the 80s and the 90s, I left America, I left Liberia 2002. Up to the point that I left, AB, we did not take drugs to be anything as something useful to us as youth. In fact, you can remember when you were in school, even the men that can smoke, you didn't want him to be your friend before he tarnished your character that you hanging with him, all of you smoking. That how we grew up, that we were only focusing on education. But for drugs now to be like an epidemic in Liberia, especially among the youth, is mind-boggling. In the case of Finda, to all my friends in this government, I want to caution you. The office you're sitting in today, you might not be in our office tomorrow. And if you have another government coming after JMB that is going to take the fight with corruption, you will remember the days of Finda. And don't be surprised when your name is called. Learn to be content with your salary. Do your job faithfully as a patriotic citizen. And walk away when your time is done so that when they come, your hands will be clean. If not, I will not fight no friend battle. The way Finda working today by herself, when 6 years back she was the darling of CDC, you better learn from her mistake and govern yourself accordingly. Until we come on next time, I want to say thanks to our audience. We thank you for your comments. We thank you for your criticism. It helps us to become better people on the show to give our opinion based on fair analysis of the situation at hand. So, Ibi, up to you. Thank you, brother.
That I would like to come to the very, very end of the Monday's talk show here tonight. And see you when we see you.